Hello, this is Waterlily716 or Sarah, and today I'm going to give you 10 tips for getting frizz-free and defined curls. This video of things that I think are universal for people with curly hair that we do to make our hair look nice. And yeah, I have a little list here and it's about 10, it might be more, but we're just gonna go through these. Really from my viewpoint, so this is basically what works for me. Okay, my first tip is to use less shampoo or to use a gentle sulfate-free shampoo, which is really important because shampoo can be very harsh because it has a lot of foaming surfactants in it. So if you do use shampoo on your hair, you want to make sure that you use just a little bit, just enough to get your scalp clean. And look for something that's sulfate-free. Sulfate-free means that it won't contain sodium lauryl sulfate or ammonium lauryl sulfate or things that sort of sound like that. A gentle shampoo and use less. I would say you don't want to shampoo your hair every day at all, or else that will dry your hair out. So try doing it maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, however often you feel like your hair needs to be cleaned. Then the second thing is that you definitely need a moisturizing conditioner because curly hair is naturally very dry and it needs to have its moisture replenished every time it's washed. So you just want moisturizing conditioner. Some really great things to find in your conditioners are like cetyl alcohol, other moisturizing alcohols, panthenol, honey, cocoa butter, shea butter, like oils like coconut oil and stuff like that will really help to replenish the moisture into your hair and to get inside the hair strand. And along with that, I just wanted to say that deep treatments can be really helpful for curly hair. Either deep moisturizing treatments or protein treatments, which are just treatments that you leave to sit in your hair. Those can be really helpful, especially if you struggle with dryness. Then the next thing that I wanted to say is that you should only detangle curly hair when it is in a wet, conditioned state with a wide tooth comb. Now the reason for this is because if you comb curly hair dry, you are going to rip through the hair and break the hair, which no one wants any damage in their hair. And as well, that's just going to make your hair a big poof ball and take away any definition. So even if you don't have hair that's curly, you are going to get best definition in your hair when you do not brush it dry. Always, or detangle it wet. And you can use a brush. I sometimes use, I either use my wide tooth comb or I really like my tangle teaser because I have a lot of hair. And yeah, I really like my tingle teaser too, which is sort of like a brush-like thing. But it's just important to be gentle when you detangle your hair to make sure you're not damaging it. And along with that, the next tip is to never comb your hair after the last rinse in the shower, which, by the way, should be with cool water because apparently cool water helps prevent frizz. But this is so important, and I know I dish this advice out all the time, but it's really going to encourage your hair to clump into its natural curl pattern if you rinse it. If you detangle your hair in the shower, then you rinse it, and then nothing tries to rip through the curls anymore. Don't finger detangle. Don't run a comb through your hair again. And this can be a matter of personal preference, but for me, this is the best thing to encourage the curls to clump together instead of getting into lots of little pieces and fly away. And the next step is to use a leave-in conditioner or cream of some sort. Now these vary in thicknesses and how light or how heavy they are, but you want some sort of something to put in your hair to last so it will be moisturized underneath your styling products throughout the day. And if you use those styling products without a leave-in something underneath, it's just not going to be as good. And you can usually get away with using just your conditioner if you don't want a separate product, but for me I kind of like my detangling conditioner to be a little bit heavier than my leave-in. Again, personal preference. And the next thing, I am going to mention one product since we're talking about getting rid of frizz, because I really can't not speak about this product because experiment without this product in my hair, and then I just won't get as good of curls. They'll be a little bit frizzier, and this product is a lifesaver in the summer. And if you watch my videos, you probably already know this is Curly Hair Solutions Curl Keeper. And this is just a really liquidy product, and it's silicone free, by the way. So it's just a really great product to put on your hair to help prevent frizz, and I do like it. And you can only buy it online, so it's not something I just like recommend blatantly, but I do love this product for preventing frizz. And then the next tip is that you want to use a gel or mousse with, in my opinion, a good hold, especially if you want to decrease the volume of your hair and help it to hold throughout the day and stay in the curls. Now this depends on your hair type, and you may need to go for a light hold or medium hold styling product, but I personally really like gel because it's going to put your hair into a gel cast, and then throughout, as your hair dries, throughout humidity, and maybe you're getting roughed around a little bit, it will generally stay in its defined state. And then once it's dry, you can take your hands and scrunch out any gel cast that's left over. Because that's, like, a lot of people message me and they're like, I don't really want to use gel, da 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 da. And you will get a lighter hold from a mousse, or something, but you do sort of need some sort of hold product in your hair to form the curls and to hold them. And don't knock it until you've tried it. And then the next tip is to preferably air dry your hair, which is always healthiest, but if you do need to speed up the drying process, you should always use a diffuser. I have a separate video on this, and it just looks like this. It's got little teeth and stuff, and this will diffuse the airflow so that you don't make your hair into a big foofball. Do not blow dry without a diffuser. It will make your hair frizzy. And something else you can do to help speed up the drying process in your hair is to plop your hair. And also to scrunch out a little bit of the water. I think you should always do this with cotton, like smooth cloth, like a t-shirt, for example. Because if you look at terry cloth, can you see all of those fibers? These fibers create frizz in the hair, so never let your hair touch terry cloth. Okay, and the next tip is to, when you are trying to preserve your hair for the next day, and I have several videos on this, but this is just a general tip to help prevent frizz when you wake up. You want to sleep with your hair up. You can put it into braids, you can put it in a ponytail, but you just want to make sure that you're not rubbing against something while you sleep, while you're rolling around, because that will cause frizz and it will also cause damage. And it's also nice to sleep with a satin sleep cap or on a satin pillow to prevent damage and frizz again. And if you're like me and you always lose your sleep cap, you can use shorts. I have a video on how to make your own sleep cap. Yeah. And then my last tip for keeping curly hair well, and this is just a general hair tip, is to maintain your hair's health. Keep it moisturized, keep it happy and detangled. Take care of it on like a 2 to 3 day basis so that it doesn't get dry. And along with this, make sure you have a nice haircut in your hair, because I think for curly hair especially, a bad haircut can be devastating, but a really good haircut can really help you, and also a good stylist can help you learn more about your hair. And I will leave a link below to a good place to locate a good curly hair stylist, someone who knows about curly hair. And I have more videos on haircuts if you want to watch them. But yeah, that's it. Those are just, I think that's about 10 tips for getting good curly hair, and I hope this helps y'all out. Lastly, just have confidence in your curls and wear them happily and proudly, because they're beautiful no matter what anyone tells you. And yeah, that's all I have to say, and leave your tips below because I love to hear what other people think. And yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.